Now, so girl, let's just go ahead and get this thing started, baby. We gonna call this the Family First edition of Real Housewives of Atlanta. My hair is laid like Family First. Kenya, let me tell you something, baby. The one time that you need to be shady and read a bitch down, you go complete radio silence. Let me tell you something. Matt's sister is completely out of line. I am so sick and tired of these men around here being baby and pampered by these women in their lives. You should have got that bitch together. First of all, she around there acting like Matt Bill damn Gates or somebody or some damn awesome ass catch. Girl, quiet as his cap. I told you his over tall ass was in Zara. Count his pieces. Child, he must have just got his allowance from you. She made me sick with that kid. You should have got her ass nice. You should have got her ass together real proper like, but I get it, honey. You ain't had a man in a long time, so you try to hold on to the piece of man you got. Betty Wright told us years ago, having a piece of man is better than having no man at all. So I'm going to just take what I got and work with it. I guess that's what you doing. Taking what you got and working with it. Moving right along, Sheree Whitfield and Bob. No, God, honey, Bob, you lost me with that white refrigerator. Bob, now, Sheree, Bob, you make too much money and Sheree got too much of your pension for you to be sitting up there with no white appliances. No, God, honey. Bob, get you some new decorations. And, oh, you know what? He was sweating. Child, Bob Whitfield was sweating in there so bad, I thought he was going through the menopause. The men all pause. Hey, when they see me come, the men's all pause. Yes. In there making that diabetic ass smoothie. Listen, I'm really feeling this whole put together storyline with Bob and Sheree. Now, we all know it's fake, it's all get up, you know what I'm saying? But what I love the fact is that those two were able to put their differences aside. They come together and say, you know what, we gonna get this check together. And Bob say, shit, bitch, I'm tired of paying your bills, Sheree, just for you to go out and get cars, repoed, and loans foreclosed on, goddammit. So if I gotta help you get a paycheck to keep you out my pocket, sign me up. Yes, God, and speaking of sign me up, Portia, let me tell you something. Like my grandma say, you need a baby like you need a hole in your head. Okay, then you around here talking about the possibility of having a baby without a man. No, God, Portia, why? So you can have different men running in and out of her life. Portia, you got too many men running in and out of your life for me. Quiet as it's hell, loud as it is. Okay, then you talking about having a baby. Portia, you don't have more men in your life on this show than Nene Leakes has had blonde hairdos. No, God, and just like Nene hairdos, AI in the back, that's how all your relationships have ended. That is not healthy. You need to go to Iyanla, Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, Dr. Jenny Craig, Dr. whomever else to get them ideas out your head, baby. You don't see all these single mothers you on this show with and all the hell they going through? Phaedra going through hell. Cynthia going through hell. Sheree going through hell. Okay, girl, baby, not having a baby and being a single housewife is a blessing. And speaking of going through hell, look at all this hell candy catching over Riley and Block. No, God, honey, this was a very sad episode. But let me start off by saying this. Whether it was contrived or not, Chris Kelly, you a good woman, and I'm going to tell you why. Some of y'all women out there, y'all will sit up and spread y'all legs for a man who will not take care of his children. And what kind of newfangled low-down bitch does that make you? I can't stand a woman who will sit up with a man, or a man who will sit up with a woman who does not take care of their responsibilities. And the fact that she, most women would have been like, child, that ain't none of my damn baby. That ain't my baby mama. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. And they would mind their business. But I commend Chris Kelly for saying, you know what, I'm with this man and I'm going to try to push this man to be better. And I'm going to see being the woman in his life if I can play the intermediary. And you know what, there's been a lot of instances in life where I've seen women come in men's life and make them better by playing the intermediary in a situation that has nothing to do with them. So hats off to her for that. And I do feel like she was coming from a genuine place. Now, Block, on the other hand, you know what I'm saying? Real talk, the nigga just look like he full of shit, quiet as it's kept. And honestly, I feel like Block feels an immense amount of guilt for not being there. I think he fears being judged. And that's why he's giving all this pushback. She need to call me. I'm not going to chase her. Because he can't face those emotions. He can't face it. Let me tell y'all something. And I've learned this the hard way with some of my own familiar relationships. Honestly and truthfully, the tougher a man is on the exterior, the softer he is on the inside. And most of these dudes that walk around so hard, they have to because they got fragile hearts. And perhaps they've been hurt in the past. And I really see that with Block. Like, I got the energy that he's kicking off. I've got some familiar relationships that reminds me of. You know, Candy, you did the right thing when Aunt Nora said, don't you ever get in the way of Riley's relationship with her father. And you're right. At this age now, Riley is conscious and she's able to make her own decisions. Real talk, Block, you talking about, you ain't finna chase her, but just being her father, it should be your ordained earthly duty to chase her to the end of the earth and back. Because that's how so many girls end up in just these bad relationships with other dudes, treating them any kind of way, using them and abusing them. And I would hope that because Riley is your seed, that somewhere inside you care enough about her to not want to see her go down that road. So for that reason alone, Block, you should chase her every day. The first thing you do after you pray should be, let me go check on my baby girl. That's just me, but I don't know how you was raised. I mean, obviously you was half raised because that's just common sense, man. Come on now. What else was going on? Chris Carlito, I commend her for swinging through the candy factory. And once again, Candy and her flunkies over there in the damn corner running they goddamn out. Let me tell you something. Candy and her flunkies gonna cause Candy to get her ass whooping these Atlanta streets. They always over there running their damn mouth about some damn body, somebody's business that ain't theirs. Why don't y'all go on and get y'all some damn business, okay? Like Mama Joyce said, what y'all need to be worrying about is why Karma running around wearing Candy old hair, okay? Discuss that. Since you want to sit up and discuss somebody's business, discuss that. Lord Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, you know one other thing, Kenya? For 5 seconds, we got to see a glimpse of you being a happy, normal, civilized person. And I'm 100% convinced. Despite the fact that when I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, they didn't teach me nothing about family relationships and family psychology. But I'm 100% convinced that the issue that you have is no sense of family. Because you actually had a calm, radiant, beautiful spirit, bouncing off of you when you were at his family reunion dancing around. Anyway, y'all, Housewives of Atlanta didn't give me a whole lot, so I couldn't give y'all a whole lot. I'm finna get on in here and watch these Medicine Wives. I'll call y'all back in a few.